Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to tackle this Dracula Halloween nail art design. I'm going to take you step by step and show you everything that we're going to use today. So you want to start off with your red. We've got Grand Canyon there from Madam Glam. We've got Sunkissed Tan from Similac, and we also have some black from Nail Nails. So we've literally got a scope of different brands going on today. We do also have some stamping. So the stamping plate, which is what I am fetching right now, is a Moe London Dracula inspired plate, which is what we're doing. It's called the Universal Monsters Collection plate number 4. They are discontinuing their stamping products, so if there's anything still on their website, I believe it was discounted literally months and months ago, so if anything is still on there, then definitely run and get it, because it's very, very cheap, and they're just not doing it anymore. But there may still be some resellers or anything out there like that you might still be able to get your hands on. So I would definitely recommend kind of searching around, and I have so many of their plates. It's just such a shame to not use them anymore. So yes, I will be continuing using them. You can also get just similar looking plates from other brands, so if anything you might not be able to recreate it identically, but at least it might kind of give you a spark of an idea or kind of an approach to your own kind of nail art design. So we've had 4 nails of the tan colour and then 1 nail red. Now another layer has been applied on the red, and we're going to sprinkle some fine red glitter into that nail to create a sugared look. Here it is. And then that will go into lamp for a double cure just to get that right in there in place. And then grab yourself a brush and just kind of tap away or brush over the nail and get rid of any excess glitter. Now, we don't have too much like actual hand painting going on today. A lot of it is stamping, but before we get on to the stamping, we are going to just prep our nails ready for the stamping. So 2 nails are going to be French tips, so we are using the same red as we used earlier. So you want to just outline a smile line like I did, and then using the brush from the bottle, I'm just going to colour in the tip just to make it much quicker for me. And that will be that one done, and I will be applying another coat off camera, and we will be doing that again on the second one. Since there's not too much hand painting, I thought I will leave both nails of me doing them anyways on camera to show you. I know French tips are always such a hard kind of nail to do, especially for beginners, so I will leave that footage in there. I think I did do a video on my channel, different techniques on French tips, in case you're wondering or wanting some extra help. I've been doing French tips for quite a long time now, especially on these long stilettos, so I can just I can just wing it basically. I can just envision and see where I need to place my brush and all that, but that just comes with practice. So there are different methods that you can use to create your French tips, so definitely check out that video if you're interested and want some extra help. But we are almost done with that one. Off that will then go in stamp for a cure, and here it is, time to stamp away. So I've left as much footage as I can without boring you too much, and I've just fast tracked it like big time. So we're going to be using 3 colours, red, black and white. All colours are from Born Pretty. They are just the best for like core colours, and they're very affordable and they work really well. So whether you're a beginner and you don't want to invest too much money on expensive products, or whether you're just a pro anyways, they're literally, in my opinion, the best. Great colours. Obviously their colour selection is quite limited, so you might not be able to get every single colour, but it's a good start, so that's a nice little plus there. So then using the red, I am picking up these blood splatters, and we're going to have to double stamp it because the obviously nail is way too long. So you just want to go ahead and just stamp it where it kind of feels right, and make sure that it doesn't look too harsh where those 2 images connect. Now, next image on the plate is a Dracula looking guy. Now, this is where I say, I guess do as I say, and I don't kind of listen to my own self. So my brush was quite hard here. I feel like I just had some residue on it, and I should have cleaned it, but I didn't realize until I just started painting, so I just had to go with it. So to compensate, I was applying more and more of that polish down, and that was a mistake. It didn't kind of dry enough, so when I stamped, as you saw, it squished the guy. And then in a moment, we're going to stamp down right above him and place the word Dracula. And then after I did that, it literally squished my little guy even more, which you will see in a moment. So yeah, just be careful basically. Don't put too much polish, and if you do, really wait for it to dry. Otherwise you're going to have a squished whatever you're stamping down. And I know I was mentioning in my videos, and so far I've been pretty good with it without having to squish my images down, but this is basically the outcome if you put too much polish and you don't wait for it to dry. and then go ahead and stamp. You just literally squish it out into the corners and just smudge your image. Now onto the French tip nail. I am doing some black blood drips on that one. So I'm just kind of stamping where I could, and then using a lint-free wipe and some acetone, I'm just going to clean up around the smile line basically. Then there is a bat on that stamping plate, and I thought it looked kind of interesting. It's not your usual typical cartoony looking bat, it's like a proper detailed one. So I coloured it in with some white, and then obviously wait that second, and I really waited this time, so I did fast track the footage of me waiting to prove, but I did wait. And then we're going to stamp that above that French tip nail that we were just working on, and that'll be that one done. We've got one more nail when it comes to stamping, and then we're going to do a hand painted French tip bat in a moment. But until then, we're going to go ahead and stamp this bat down. I'm going to stamp it at an angle right there. I kind of wish the image was a bit larger, to be honest, or just I picked up maybe something different. It's kind of a bit too simple almost and too small, but I don't know. Then onto the full tan nail, I'm going to stamp down some blood splatter, another set on that we have on that plate, and then into it I'm actually going to do some wording. After wiping the plate, because I actually got some red into the wording that I needed. It says, "The blood is life." And we're going to pick that up with some black and stamp it in the center of that splatter. There we go. Looking really good so far. And then around it, I was considering all sorts on that plate, but I did end up opting for those bats. Now, because I kind of wanted it to kind of go around the image that we stamped. Luckily for me, these bats are at an angle, kind of like flying away at an angle, to the point where I could literally just make it look like it's going around the wording, which is really, really nice. So there went the first stamp, and in a moment we'll do another one just below it, which I'm about to do now. And then after that we can just do our bat French tip. So we're almost there. So I'm going to start off with a big dot just above the smile line. That's going to be the head of our bat, and then using a brush literally just do 2 lines. 2 lines. You can be more specific with it, but so right now it looks a bit silly and it looks a bit like, I don't know, nothing. Then with the black, I'm just going over the smile line just for guidance really for myself. Then I'm going to do a line down the center down, and then another one on the right and another one on the left, trying to keep it the same distance apart. And then you want to start connect them at like a half circle, kind of like a U shape. And then you want to do that across the whole thing, so it just makes it look like a bat. And then you want to colour it in, and that's that one done. Obviously, if you prefer to skip and just stamp something else down with your stamping plate, then absolutely go for it. I just kind of felt like I needed some extra hand painting going on, because otherwise, I don't know, it just felt like there was just too much stamping. There needed to be something else. So at this stage, we're going to top coat. And in a moment, you notice that I was just so upset about this last nail that I did just switch out with my other prototype sets that I did that actually came out well and that I didn't squish or mess up on it. So we will switch it out just to make it look good and what it was supposed to look like. And then once it comes out, we've just got some crystal placement to finish the sets off. We've got 3 nails that have got crystals. We're going to do caviar beads and AB crystals. Apart from this one, no. On this one, we are not doing any caviar beads. So this one, we're keeping it quite simple and, yeah, just simple. Another disclaimer though, if you notice, the bat is at an angle. It's probably best that I did the crystals on the left-hand side at the bottom and the right-hand side at the top there. But I did it the other way around, annoyingly. So now that I'm editing and looking at the set, I was just thinking, there's like a gap on the left. So I should have really done it there, but never mind. Now on this bat nail, we're going to do a couple crystals at the top, 3 to be exact, and then 3 going down the bottom on that French tip part as well. So I'm just going to start searching for the right sizes. If you watched a couple of my prior videos, I mentioned that I managed to actually tip my crystals and my ABs on my table and my carpet, so I had to kind of scoop it all up, and it's ended up in one container. Before I had it neatly organized, now it's not, but we are slowly going through it, and it's not as bad as I thought, but it just takes me a little bit longer now to just get my crystals going when I'm recording. But that's the price you pay when you're being silly like me all the time. Like, I'm just so clumsy. I need to sort it out, like, big time. And I don't know, I also feel like I do things way too fast as well. Like, I'm just running around all the time. I don't know. I even slipped down the stairs today, guys. Like, it's mental. I can be so clumsy. It's really, really bad. I need to really look after myself, honestly. But yes, so there go the cover beads to finish this nail off. And then the last nail, which is going to be our biggest crystal placement one. Nothing too crazy though. It's just a lot of crystals. We're going to do a border around the wording and the splatter that we created, which you will see in just a moment. Here I'm just adjusting the crystals to make it look as straight as possible. I just kept thinking, it's not straight. I need to get it straight. But here now we're going to do like a curved placement, just like a border around, just to separate the two. Because right now it looks a bit meh. I'm not sure how I feel about the crystals, to be fair. Maybe some glitter would have been a better option, or something else. I don't know. Kind of just wasn't doing it for me after I was doing it. I'm really criticizing my set. I love it, but you know, when you kind of finish something, I feel like we're all just the worst critics of ourselves anyways. But yeah, I just felt like, there's always room for improvement. So I am obviously going to place the crystals where I placed that rising glue gel that you just saw. And then in a moment, I'm going to finish it off with the cover beads. But I did end up cutting the footage eventually because it just took me some time since it's all mixed. Here's a good clip actually of it being mixed. Can you see that? The crystals with the ABs, not great. ABs with the cover beads. Not great, but yes, we're working with it, we're getting through it, and yeah. I'll come back on the camera in a moment. I think I'm just adjusting the crystals likely, or I maybe cured it in place as well because there's quite a lot of them. But here is the cover bead moment that we're going to see in just a sec of me placing it in there, and then I'll cut the footage because, like I said, yeah, it's just going to take me a little while, and we don't need to be watching me struggle for probably a solid 3 minutes. And that will basically conclude the set. So just a little disclaimer about the channel. We are probably going to have one more Halloween set before the Halloween season is over for this year, which is so crazy to say. And then we're going to start whipping out the Christmas sets, which I'm so excited for. I can't wait. Christmas is my favourite time. So I'm really excited to get into it and get creative. So I'm really excited for you guys to see some upcoming sets. And here are the final results of our Halloween set for today. So I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And I would love to see you all in my next video. Bye guys.